So we're going to make a residential building to show urban society. And having a look at these, I think I'm going to make a high-rise building that we have so many of here in Hong Kong. And I'm going to choose these dimensions. So 30 by 30 and 65 millimeters in height. So I'll go over to Tinkercad. I've just clicked Create New. And let's snap to grid 2 millimeters and edit the grid 30 by 30. Update the grid. So this is going to be the size that we're working with. If I click on this, that will focus in on the block that I'm using at the moment. So that's already 30 and this is 30. So this is going to be the maximum dimensions. Let's make that a bit smaller. It could be 2 or 4 millimeters. And now I need to make a decision about how many towers I would like. Let's have a block on top of there. So I'm going to take out my work plane and add a box, which I will then flatten. And this is going to be the base of my building. And then on top of here, I'm going to either put 1 or 2 of my towers. It's up to you. Depends how you'd like to design your building. I think I'm going to have 2 towers. So I'm going to put my tower on top of here. Think of this as the base. This would be our clubhouse area, I suppose. And then this is going to become our tower. So scroll out. And remember, our maximum size has to be under 65 millimeters. So I'm still within that. I'll ungroup that. You can only find out the total height if you group it by doing Control A and then Control G. And then to ungroup, so Control A, Control G, and then once the whole shape is selected, press this and it will ungroup. So let's resize this, making sure that I'm going to have space to fit 2 on. And I'm going to make 1 and then duplicate it. So I could just duplicate that, or I could add some features. And I'm going to add the features by making holes in the side of my structures. So first of all, I want to change the work plane, put it on the side here, and zoom in on this shape. And I'm going to bring out a box, which is a hole. And then my windows, maybe if I change it snap to grid 1, then I can bring it in just 1 millimeter. And then using the cone at the top, I'm going to push it in to the structure 1 millimeter. There we go. So it says -1. That means it's 1 millimeter through the work plane, and that means 1 millimeter into this shape, which is what we want. And I've done Control C, Control V, and that window is just over the side. So maybe my windows are too small. Let's change it to 3 by 3. Change this to 3 by 3. That looks a bit better. And now all I need to do is hold down Shift, select these 2, Control C, Control V, and using the arrow keys, these are going to be my windows. So Control C, Control V. Maybe one more down, Control C, Control V. And you can repeat this process on every side of the building. Once you've finished, do Control A, Control G, and you can see you've got the windows as indentations just there. And you can also use that technique to put in a door. So down here, let's zoom in on this shape, resize this. It's quite a grand building, so let's give it a nice big door. And let's indent that by 2 millimeters. Now here, it's taken, when I group it, you see, Control A, Control G, It's actually going to create a hole in my base as well. You may want to keep that, or if you don't, if I press everything, ungroup it, then I can just move this up using the arrow keys. Just one, and then Control A, Control G, and now it's only taking a hole out of here. Although I think I'm going to put it back to how it was before. So once you've finished that, you can rename it up here, and remember to Control A, Control G, which will group it all together, and it's ready for exporting. I'm now going to go back and add more windows. Once I've done that, I'm going to copy this shape and paste another one just here.